Good afternoon. Welcome back to World on Fire. My name is King Zor Jr. Unfortunately, Senior cannot be with us during this video, but I do still have a lot of breaking news that I'd like to share with you all, so let's get into it. So, like what we said in yesterday's video, Benjamin Netanyahu's plane has since touched down in Israel. As soon as he landed, he started his War Council meetings. He's held phone calls with senior Israeli military officials and also other world leaders. Ever since these meetings started, we have been seeing other countries telling their citizens to evacuate Lebanon. We've been seeing flight cancellations. We've been seeing military movements. We've also seen an uptick in war rhetoric by all the different players involved. I do have a couple of different stories I would like to share with you all, so let's get into it. So, our first story, the U.S. Department of State has released an updated travel alert for Lebanon, calling on American citizens to reconsider any and all travel to Lebanon, stating that many airlines, including Middle Eastern Airlines MEA, are adjusting their flight schedules, with many being delayed from tonight until July 29th, with other airlines also said to be considering temporary flight alterations. So we've been seeing flight alterations, we've been seeing flight cancellations and delays. A lot of these airliners are canceling their flights, and there is as of right now no estimated time of those airliners returning back to their regularly scheduled flight plans. So this is a statement from Turkey's President Erdogan, and if I said his name wrong, I do apologize. Turkey can enter Israel just as we entered Karabakh, Arkish Republic, and Libya. It should be noted that this is not the first such statement by senior Turkish officials. So I've been saying this for years. If this war does go hot, like the way that I'm expecting it to, if Israel invades Lebanon, I do believe at some point Turkey will leave NATO and join in the Arab world in their fight against Israel. Turkey is not to be trusted. They are turncoats, and if it came to it, Turkey would leave NATO in a heartbeat. So here is a video of Israeli jets now flying into southern Lebanon. This was taken, I believe, 30 minutes ago to an hour, something like that. Here is that video. I believe that white dot is a jet, and there. This might be another one right here. All right. So next, all flights to Egypt and Lebanon are canceled. So now Egypt is canceling their flights to Israel as well. An urgent call has been made by the medical volunteers of Israel for general surgeons, thoracic surgeons, trauma surgeons, and anesthesiologists to assist hospitals in the north of the country. So, this is a very key statement right here. A lot of these Western officials are telling Israel, don't do anything that would draw us into a regional conflict and don't, go out of proportions here. We've been seeing statements that suggest that Israel is just going to strike Lebanon and not have the ground invasion. But this right here tells me all that I need to know about what might happen. If Israel was just going to strike Lebanon and artillery strike them like they've been doing for years now, they wouldn't put all of their hospitals in the north of Israel on alert. I do believe that they very well could start their ground invasion, and they are also expecting a lot of casualties, and that's why they put their hospitals on alert. And a piece by Hezbollah. Hezbollah has informed the mediators that it intends to respond to any Israeli attack. Well, no, they have nothing better to do. U.S. warns Lebanon a large-scale attack is coming. Now, there's been no statements of what the large-scale attack means, what form it could take. CNN, according to the eligible Western official, the expectation is that Israel will respond, but it does not want an escalation that would lead to a broader conflict. So a lot of these Western officials are making statements. A lot of these statements are safe face statements. They do not want to be held responsible for what is about to go down in Lebanon. Additional Israeli jets taking off. This is from earlier. So here is a video of an airport in, I believe, Beirut International Airport. The Lebanese people are starting to see that things are escalating and are trying to leave, and there are fights breaking out inside this airport. Here's that video. I do not know who this guy is affiliated with. It does kind of look like that might be a U.S. military uniform. If someone could let me know who he is with in the comments, I'd appreciate it. So, Israeli drone flights over the southern suburbs of Rafik Hariri Airport in Beirut. We've been seeing drones doing recon on the port in Beirut, over the Beirut capital, and over the Beirut International Airport, and also in southern Lebanon. Seen a very short time ago, more reinforcements sent to the southern Israel towards the Lebanon border. Israel is already ready. Okay, they already have all their armor, all their troops, and all their equipment on place. They are already stationed on the Lebanese border. This is them just sending even more reinforcements to be prepared as possible. Here's that video. All right, so right now, flights of drones throughout southern Lebanon and also in Beirut, including the port of Beirut. I already talked about this later or earlier. The Security Council meeting has ended. Airstrikes on Hezbollah positions is expected in the coming hours. Just because the security meeting ended does not really mean anything. They could have already decided of what they wanted to do on that security meeting. They could also be just on a break and return to that meeting. This really doesn't mean that much. This doesn't mean whether or not that they will strike Lebanon tonight. Israel informed France that is preparing to implement a strong and broad response against Hezbollah in Lebanon and Syria. Macron has told Israeli officials to avoid a larger conflict. Again, this is a safe face statement from a Western official. They do not want to be held responsible for what is about to go down in Lebanon. Update, some name that I can't pronounce. Expectations that the cabinet will approve a strong response to Hezbollah that will lead to days of fighting that go beyond the rules of engagement. So this could mean quite a couple of things. This could mean that what they're saying here is that they're expecting the fighting to continue for a few days. I don't think that they would be expecting actual fighting going on if they were just striking Israel with their jets and artillery. This could mean that they are preparing to move into Lebanon, and that's why they're expecting this to be drawn out for days. So here's another video of the Israeli fighter jets airborne above in Beirut. I do not know if this is the same video that I showed you earlier or not, but I figured I would share it with you all and let you decide. Video does kind of look similar. I have to admit, I'm not sure if it's the same video or a different video of the jet supposedly over Beirut in Lebanon. So, strikes now by the Israeli Air Force and artillery against the town of Tari Harfa and several other communities in southwestern Lebanon on the border with Israel. So, remember that post that I was showing you earlier about Israeli jets taking off? I'm sure that this is what they were taking off to go do. I have also seen reports that there have been GPS jamming in Lebanon and Syria. Israel has done this quite a few times in the past. Whenever they start their GPS jamming, usually immediately afterwards they start their airstrikes, and it looks like that is now taking place. Breaking airstrikes by the IDF and artillery against numerous towns in southern Lebanon near the border with Israel. So because they're striking these towns near the border with Israel. We're not exactly sure exactly where this is yet at the time of this recording, but they could be very well clearing the path for their tanks and armor to move into southern Lebanon. They could be making a path for them and clearing any possible hostiles being held up or hiding in the buildings near where they would move in at. We saw the same thing happen in Gaza. But other than that, right now, that is all the latest news that I have for you guys. Things are definitely heating up on the Israel and Lebanon front. Will this expand into a broader escalation and conflict? Will they move into Lebanon? We are not sure yet. There are a lot of things suggesting that, but there is nothing concrete. Only time will tell at this point. But thank you for watching. We do have a Twitter account. Our Twitter handle is WOF Doom. If Israel were to move even a Jeep into Lebanon, a tank, anything at all, any armor, I will be going live and I will be covering that live for you guys. We will be live streaming on YouTube. To find out if we are about to go live, follow our Twitter account and we will let you know there first. Other than that, thank you again for watching. Kingzor out.